Okay, yeah, so we finished Graftwood. So, why are we showing that? Graphwood, you can see all of the completions is done. If you go to the zone guide, everything is done except that one, which is basically going to sit on fish for 12 rare fish, which can take about a whole day, so I'm not going to do that. Other than that, everything is the normal storyline is done. So the next one in the series line would be Greashade. Continuing the storyline means we need to. The next mission that the Queen sent us on was to go find Captain Cyrodiil. Queen must deal with the aftermath of her brother's betrayal and settle matters in Graphwood. In the meantime, she asked you to travel to Merc the Park in Greashade and secure the Staff of Magnus from the vault. Our first task is to meet Captain Cyrodiil in the city of Mokta. As you know, this is just a storyline. It's old, one of the old DLCs.
My friend, how good it is to see you!
But I've already gone through this already with other characters. I'm just doing this with this character, following the storyline. This character is a bit high level, so I'm trying to have my normal companion with me from the initial start.
Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you.
What do you need?
Queen Irene sent a missive detailing your arrival and orders. You are here to secure the Staff of Magnus.
Where is it?
Safe, in our vault below the city. We have guarded it day and night. When you are ready, I shall show you into the vault.
Alright, let's go.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
If you would follow me.
And, of course, slow walk. One of the cruxes of NPCs.
As you can see, our artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric wilderness.
And because I keep typing small, I'm actually roll dodging also.
Marbrook will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backward territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees.
That would probably be the Bosmas, whatever.
The local Bosma are disorganized and flighty. Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord.
So sometimes when you run to the next entrance,
They
you
dug it up and broke it
get them to get faster there, but that's not always
Behold,
work.
the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh, a marvelous addition to the city. Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion. The vault is below. Follow me.
Yes, that one I couldn't open up until he was there.
Many rare plants that no longer exist in the Somerset Isles. Do take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens.
Let's just do this. Well, first, let's check the bookshelves if there's any lore to discover. Then,
We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time. Crimson Nirnroot. We thought it was a gnawed tall tale. We found these in a Valenwood cave of all places. Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens. Valenwood soil is not surprisingly very fertile. These specimens are bound for the royal gardens.
let's move on. So I don't really need to go out to every plant. Could skip that part. But just as
This
the
room
story.
holds alien relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of, so feel free to examine them more closely. I will answer any questions you have about them.
So again, it's just short.
The tree gifts. We're not actually sure what it does. This helm is actually from our own collection, but one of our Bosmer allies stole it and then returned it in exchange for a song.
Sometimes be fun. Or funny.
Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorheim, the legendary center of the Valenwood.
And there's nothing else.
Our ancestors have left traces of their civilization across Tamriel. If we follow Queen Irene, our empire will one day rival theirs.
Let's move on.
Behold, the Staff of Magnus.
Do you really think it's that?
What? What happened? Where is it? By the shining trees of Aldmeri, we have been burgled. But how?
Stuff was an illusion, wasn't the real one.
I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night. I placed the staff myself.
Was anyone else entered the vault?
No. The vault is off limits to all, but... Wait. Viceroy Palador recently toured the vault.
Why was he here?
The Queen's business. Or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check after he left.
Do you think the Viceroy stole the Staff of Magnus?
Unthinkable. Yet, what other conclusion can we draw? Such illusionary magic is beyond the ken of a common thief. To the surface, I must question the watch.
I'll meet you there. So Staff of Magnus has been stolen.
None have entered the vault save you and the Viceroy. I have confirmed it.
Where is Viceroy Paladin now?
He departed into the wilderness. He said he had orders from the Queen to bring Naaman's body. He did not return. He was always foolishly devoted to the prince. I pray nothing has happened to the prince's body, too.
What do you suspect?
Staff of Magnus is an extremely powerful object. There's no telling what wickedness he could achieve if he desired it. Rest assured he would not have accessed the vault if we'd had any suspicion of his loyalty. Someone must inform the Queen.
I will handle it.
Chosen of Marbrook, your queen has arrived. Bear witness to the glory of Queen Irene, hope of the Dominion.
Okay, that's just somebody announcing the Queen's arrival. But more to the point, I want to go up, because there's a sky shot upstairs, it appears. Upstairs or to the side of the building. But should be here. There it is. Now to go to the Queen.
Honor and praise, my friend. Do you have the Staff of Magnus?
Stuff is gone. Viceroy Paladin stole it.
Paladil? Then it's true. He's betrayed us. My brother's body didn't make it to Marbrook either. I knew he loved Naaman dearly, but I didn't think he'd stoop to this. I will once again require your aid.
Quest completed.
These wood elves and their forest spirits. How close are they strange?
Rasmadar.
It is good to see you, my friend. Greashade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the Staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were not trouble enough.
Are the wood elves here rebelling against the Dominion?
Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood.
Sorry. Let's just try that again.
It is good to see you, my friend. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wielder King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy.
Why are they opposed to the Queen Irene?
We do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you find Hazazi and sort this out?
Yes, I'll take care of it.
The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbrook. Hazazi is there. He likes to complain, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead on the staff.
Are the Reach different than the wood elves?
This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics, but as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion.
Then why hasn't something been done about them before?
Greashade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest.
Why were you sent to Greashade in the first place?
As always, Raz serves the Queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the Staff of Magnus stolen though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramble Breach as well as he could.
Who do you think stole the Staff of Magnus?
The obvious answer is probably the right one. Paladin. That toad fulfilled Naaman's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised.
So what do you still need to investigate?
If Paladil has taken the staff, we need to find him and discover what he plans to do with it. The staff is powerful and dangerous. All of the Dominion is at risk if we cannot find it.
Goodbye. So we need to go here. I'm not doing side quests now, I'm just doing the storyline. So and on to our horse. Or cat, as the case may be. And I'm riding the wrong way.
Keep your hands up.
That was a far right. Not.
Dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village.
Razumdar sent me to help with the negotiations.
What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments.
Maybe I should speak with them.
Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guard chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
Goodbye. Switching to stuff. So deer finds up there, which means we need to go up. One problem with the pointer to show you where you need to go, it does not show you up and down,
Disrespectful.
just direction.
Sometimes people are just impossible to understand.
Another tourist. Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King.
I'm here to negotiate on behalf of the Dominion.
Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldmeri Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your dominion.
Can I speak with the Wilder King?
Ha, sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. Doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence?
Have you ever spoken with the Wilder King?
Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know.
Can I petition him for audience?
I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know.
How do I drive them away?
Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers.
Alright, I think I can handle that.
Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to.
So how do these seeds actually work?
Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
What exactly are these lurchers?
They're gifts from the Wilder King, embodiments of the raw energy of the forest. They protect the village. They're not so smart. We can't lead them against the orcs, but if they sprout straight into the orcs' camp, they'll know what to do.
Okay, goodbye. And I see a
Progress
book.
is slow, but steady.
So. We need to get the seeds. Which is that direction. Some nightshades.
Can you believe that tree thane? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King. But the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently?
She asked me to help drive off the wood orcs away.
She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking.
You don't think the Wilder King exists?
I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood. But I fail to understand by what logic the Tree Thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away.
Why do you seek audience with the Wilder King?
Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosmer Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Under and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say.
So what will you do now?
We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier.
What do you suggest?
If you want, you can take the essence from the calope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Onder scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky tree thing. Maybe we'll meet again when we find the Wilder King.
What do you know about the Wilder King?
There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say he's a spirit, an embodiment of the forest. What I find most fascinating, though, is the rumor that he actually shapes the entire forest. That's just incredible.
Where are you originally from?
Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very lonely.
And really a scholar too?
Of course not. He's mainly here, acting as my guardian. They warned us that this place was dangerous, and if the Wilder King is really as unpredictable as people say, well, never hurts to be prepared.
Goodbye.
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. As a whole, their strength is in numbers. As long as you don't take on the entire camp, you should be fine. The chieftain's the one you have to watch out for.
What's so tough about the chieftain?
By the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle, and he knows how to take a beating. Don't expect him to go down quickly. There's a shaman who's never far from his side as well. I'd focus on killing the shaman first. Good luck.
Goodbye. Nice. So, yeah. I don't really need to go the way of cloak. Because I've got this. Being a nightblade, I can run past a lot of people without being seen. And then I still have that stuff also. Give me a sec. Okay. Then we need to plant all of these. Next one is here. So that's the useful part about a nightblade. So I can go through all of the whole camp, walking directly past them, and they won't even know I'm there. Problem is, of course, you need to use my power constantly. And I can also do So still need to plant one more. And they actually saw me, but not long enough. And my magic is out. And my attacks is primarily stamina based. So I should be fine. So let's go in here. This is partly why a lot of people don't like the night blades, because they can do the stuff like this. And somebody killed the guy already, so he would be here. So in the meantime we can go and ransack and see if we can find anything of value. There's no chest that side, there's no chest there. Normally it doesn't take long for them to appear. To get rid of the border. And we just empty everything. I picked up that. That. Let's do the assassin way. Still not yet. And this guy respawned. I'm going to kill these three guys constantly and while I wait for this guy to respawn. Deedle deedle dee. There's some other achievement if you do a lot of these kills that could be unlocked. But yeah, normally it's quite a number of kills. And we've got company.
So the Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
Where's that guy going? There it is. That got me a little bit. Half the time it's just because I'm getting too cocky. Switching weapons because I don't want to fight my way out again. And let's run. One of the things that I found sometimes annoying with these dungeons is literally you fight your way in and you fight your way out. So we need to go back, which is here. Let's just drop a marker because I'm not that way. Like I said, I can walk right past him when I do this. Of course, you're not getting skill points and stuff while you do it. And here's a chest. Okay, how do we get out of here? Through here? That works. So back to the tree thing.
My cousin was studying with Tellinger at Esduin. Thank you for all you did there.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
I believe we had an agreement.
Huh, and you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience.
Quest complete.
I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time.
I understand, but I'd like to petition nonetheless.
Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone.
All I have to do is touch the stone?
I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
I'll just go touch the petitioning stone. Now to get there. Okay. I'm going to have to go that way. And the road. And sometimes you don't have a choice but to take the road. The way runs that way. And that's a Wilder King.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come?
I've come to negotiate on behalf of the Dominion.
Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Aldmeri Dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others.
You would only be alienated from our common enemies.
Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand.
Right, how do I do that?
Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature.
Not going to persuade, but I'd then rather not persuade if I don't need to. So, let's switch weapons, because I will need to attack.
Strike us down, but the veiled inheritance will always rise again.
Okay, back to the bulletin. While picking up some stones.
Zazi is finished with this village.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though.
Yes, they are known as the Veiled Heritage.
The Veiled Inheritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy.
Who is this person you're referring to?
She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you. Look for the truth behind the appearances in her memory. She is a very special young lady.
Okay. Went close enough.
We have much need of someone like you, Ananias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greashade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
And Lady Estrie makes his appearance again. Okay, talk to the Wilder King.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranais is associated with the Veiled Heritage. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranais is on her way to my throne.
But she's coming from Etna to destroy you.
So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you.
Quest completed.
Like the branches of a grotto, I believe that Aranais' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play out, but I do know that like Aranais, you must come deeper into the forest.
Where do I need to go?
You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marwan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end.
What about Ander and Dennis? Will you be safe?
Yes. Traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marwan. Safe journeys, my friend.
Okay, first to the Way Shrine. Trying to not trigger the hornets on the way there. And there's a sky shot. Let's try. So the sky shot should be up there, apparently. Can I get from here? And I've got rats. then we're on our way to... What's this? Oh. A book. So, on the way to the spinner.
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story.
When you told me to find you?
Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part in the present and in the past.
Complete the quest.
You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right.
What are you talking about? Where's Aranias?
Inside the story. You must also enter the story in order to help her.
Alright, I will.
Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I tell you a story. A story that you take part in.
So she's inside the story you're telling?
Yes, the story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had, someone she can trust, who can change the person Aranias becomes.
Alright, then put me into the story.
Ask nicely.
Please join the story.
Now, sit down by the fireplace. Imagine there's a nice warm fire burning there, and I'll set the scene. Have a seat by the fire, and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Remember, ask nicely.
Look into the fire.
Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean.
Watch the flames.
Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset.
Focus on the flames.
Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stones, roots, and flowers on the island were shaped by Magicka. Only 2 living Altmer possess such power.
Continue to focus on the fire.
One of those 2 Altmer stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend.
Into story. Okay, so...
The island of Silitar.
Okay, so yeah, this part has a bit of narration. And of course I'm just checking for books. Okay.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again.
I don't know what's going on.
That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree. We can visit some of our favorite places together.
Do you remember me?
Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one I can trust these days.
Don't remember anything about the Bosman Reach?
Bramble Breach? You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw what I can do. I've missed so much. What happened at Bramble Breach?
It's not important right now. Why'd your parents leave you here?
They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and smashed that ship, even though nobody got hurt, they said my magic was too dangerous. You're the only one who isn't afraid of me. You're not afraid, right?
Of course not.
You don't know what this means to me. Now, What will we do first? I know, let's race to the lighthouse like we did when we were little. Bet you still can't catch me.
Yeah, this race is literally one-sided. Even though I run fast there, that happens. Although I might be today.
Not bad. You're pretty fast.
Just as bind my legs with vines.
Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and I don't even think about it. It just happens.
It's cheating.
I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in pain, burning hot. Look, the farm's burning!
Where's the farm?
Over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps, and it's too early for my parents' return. Boots. Boots. There are invaders on Silitar. We have to stop them.
That's three gates that was basically ignored. Shut out.
What have they done to my farm? Why would they do this? Animals!
Where did they come from?
Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. Where were you when my parents tested me? Where were you when I needed you most? You left me. Why are you even here? Do you want something from me too?
I only want to help you.
I'm sorry. After my parents left, I felt so alone. I couldn't find you. People kept coming. They'd attack, hound me, want me to show them what I can do, like I was a circus animal or some kind of pet. I shouldn't take it out on you.
I didn't realize how upset you were.
No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything. It's getting late. We need to clean up before my parents return. Meet me at the manor later.
Goodbye.
Come, I must speak with you once more. In her tale, Aranias was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by her own parents because of her abilities, she faced the bandits alone. This made her bitter and hardened against others, vulnerable to outside influences.
What happened?
You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Aranias' past. She was a bit younger and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Why are your clothes all wet? Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? Ara, what do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks, none of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection.
What happened next?
So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the Lighthouse, the other in the Manor's Great Hall. They will help you understand more about our troubled Aldmeri, I hope.
Is that all I need to do? Understand that?
No. The greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritance. She should not face this alone.
Where is she?
Getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch those scenes. You'll find a change of clothes in the guest bedroom off the Great Hall. Then, go to Aranias in the garden.
Goodbye. So, back to the lighthouse. And the weather is picking up. Backpack. Bookshelf. Cake. Let's verify the bookshelf. And up we go. And the view.
I'm sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It
Can't
was
get
an
further out.
accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
So yeah, couldn't get out to actually get a nice view about it, but okay. Back we go. One of the things I've learned is don't bother with the weapons lying around. They're valueless. They're unenchanted and valueless, so you can't even sell them. Oh, at least not for decent coin. Let's go for the path. And luckily I've got stamina on this character, I can't mount. So, dress of clothing. Oh, apparently another story.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just, you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father?
Yeah. So a lot of stuff happens. And even in real life stuff like that happens. So, change of clothing. And let's just check everything here. Because sometimes there's something valuable. And I don't really need all the coffees and wax and all that, but can never have too much either. If I've got too much, I can always sell. So let's just go through everything. As far as I know, you never come back to this area. This whole area was created just for this story. So yeah. I'm jumping in a dress, why not? That makes absolute sense. So, yeah.
You look good. How do you feel?
Fine, how's the party?
There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estrie. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show off my powers. I thought they were bringing me a teacher or something.
You sound hesitant.
Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me.
And when you know what's planned?
I'm not sure yet. They'll probably want another statue raised from the ground. My parents treat that like a party trick, and this is a party after all. But the way they're talking, it sounds more dangerous, and I'm a bit worried, to be honest.
I've often wondered myself how you control the land.
You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again.
Goodbye. So yeah, we need to eavesdrop. Not too difficult.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
Yeah.
Under demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Under could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
Yeah. Okay, and then across here.
Onder has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
Okay, so we need to go that way. Keep seeing a marker. Oh, it's the leaf. Yeah, I don't want to leave. So I need to go to the house to leave the area, which I don't want to do.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosmer were.
Wait, Aranias is supposed to demonstrate the power on Bosmer?
Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
So now I can give, you're right, I stand with Aranias. No, but I've killed quite a few of them. So let's go for the second option for this time.
They took my wife.
Where did they take your wife?
They will give her to the witch, the rock witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
Not if I can stop them. Espana.
You killed Ander? That's not supposed to happen.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. In real life, you were not there to kill Ander.
Is he more dangerous in real life?
He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Aranias to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails.
How do you know that?
I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. We have a story to finish. Aranias' big moment is about to arrive. You should go to her.
Where is Aranias?
In the garden. She's been commanded to kill the wife of this Bosmer. You should hurry to her. She faced this alone last time.
Goodbye. So yeah. Now to prevent the killing. It's funny if you think that this character is also an assassin.
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm. Please. Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good, good. Now tear this animal apart.
Yeah, so it reminds me of Star Wars. Okay.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
This is not a necessary sacrifice, this is murder.
What about the Bosmer who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission?
Those were bandits. Those women did nothing to you.
If I refuse to kill this Bosmer, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rock Witch of Silatar, a monster for fairy tales.
You're not alone. I'm here.
You're here with me now. But what about later? No, that's not it. I must trust myself. Believe I can do what's right. I don't need anyone, you or the Veiled Heritants, to guide me.
What will you do now?
I am stronger than this. I won't murder an innocent to prove I can, no matter who demands it. The Veiled Heritants won't control my destiny. I will. I can do this, and I shall.
Goodbye.
No, I won't do it!
So yeah.
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you made quite an impression on Aranias.
What just happened? Where did she go?
As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King.
Quest completed.
Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Though we spinners can do so, it's usually better to let a tale conclude on its own. Usually.
What is that I have to do?
Venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even now, she and Ander blaze a trail of destruction toward the Wilder King's throne. Their intention is to destroy him.
How can I protect him?
Preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out of control. The only hope lies with Aranias and with you. Go to Greenheart and follow the trail of fire to the Wilder King's throne.
I'll try and catch Aranias and Ander. So yeah. continue on the road. So we need to go down here. Like I said, I'm not doing the side missions, I'm going straight. And that means I'm not going to go through the maze. I'm just going to go around it. So up here, and we've got a way shrine. So, what are searches here? So yeah, talk to the one king.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Ander forced their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. I've always wondered what death would be like. Soon, I will know.
Are you just going to give up?
My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Veiled Wood. Aranias was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Ander's influence.
What shall you do to change that?
I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the responsibility of her own accord, but Ander will not understand. I expect he will oppose her, and she will need your help to defeat him.
Then I'll try and catch up quickly. So, yeah. Let's take the fast route. In other words, bypass all of these enemies or... Okay, I'm not going to go through here easily. I'll have to kill them. Okay. Continuing. So there's a lot of enemies around. And that's a law book discovered. There's a book, guys.
Quickly, Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valen Wood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. She's afraid to stand up to Ander.
Where are they?
Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias when she decides to make her stand.
I'm not going to do persuasion. Don't worry. I'll be there when she needs
If
me.
Ander kills me before I pass the mantle to Aranias, there'll be no caretaker of the Valen Wood. The forest will become a voracious monster. It would turn against the Bosmer and ultimately bring about its own destruction. You must stop him.
Goodbye. So yeah, I'm not doing persuasion. So, let's continue. And as usual, I'm not going to fight everybody in between. Where must I go? That's out. There's nothing there. Yeah. Am I missing? Oh. I missed a turn. And yeah. I let my visibility drop. So I'm guessing I'm doing this. So yeah, we need to go up. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see those roots, and I became distracted and didn't follow, because you need to recast every 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, otherwise the visibility drops. And I need to save up for my power to come return. And let's just kill this one.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
That was a little bit too long. Yeah, using this technique is literally bypassing all of these enemies that would normally just be a sponge of time and stuff. And no real benefit except XP and stuff.
It's you. From Silitar. My friend. Thank the Eight. You were right about the Veiled Heritance, I'm sure now. They used me as bait to trick the Wilder King, and now Under's going to kill him. I can't let that happen. I have to stop Under.
How do you intend to do that?
I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. When he burned the forest, I actually felt its pain. I think I'm connected to this place. I can't fight Onder, though. He's too strong. Will you help me?
Of course. Where's Onder now?
He's gone ahead. I can travel through the roots to catch up, but you will have to fight your way through. This might help. Use this bundle of roots and you can burrow for short distances. It will at least get you past Onder's fires.
Right, I'll get you. Go then.
I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Okay. But I'm not ready yet. Okay. Taking damage. It's okay. So let's just do this again.
Will there be no end to these interruptions?
So yeah, I just casted the wrong spells.
Quickly, the Wilder King is weak. I
Okay,
must
somebody.
get into the tower. You should come too.
Yeah, somebody else is here. And I use escape to a draft. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah.
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Onder would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost.
So Aranias will now become the Wilder Queen.
Yes. For centuries, my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the earth, give back to that which has given so much to me.
Where is Aranias now?
She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must comfort her. This is the natural course of things. It is necessary for her and for the Valenwood, but she must choose it of her own accord.
Goodbye. Okay, let's just quickly see. Right, there's bookshelf, nothing else, up to the room. So, yeah.
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles, but this is an entire forest, a living forest. Tell me I can do this.
You can do this.
I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely.
Does that change things?
Well, yes. It means that once I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my previous life, my home, my youth, everything.
From what I witnessed, those weren't exactly glorious memories.
No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I embrace you in my heart, that's how I must embrace the Valenwood.
Are you ready to become the Wilder Queen?
Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must wait for me. Promise you'll wait.
I promise. So, up to the tower. So, place the crown, which I didn't even know I had. And a moment I can see again. Oh.
Everything is so very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. You are my friend, though, whoever I become. Will you stay for just a moment?
I'm right here.
I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you.
And we've got to get the Ashen Blade, which is, as far as I remember, a two-handed weapon, which I don't really use.
I know why you originally came here. To ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Aldmeri Dominion. To know the Valenwood was on your side. Would you still make such a request to me now?
Yes, Queen Irene sent me to ask for alliances on behalf.
And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else I must tell you.
What is it?
It's the Veiled Heritons. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Madness. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhall, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Greenheart. Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you. I'll go to Woodhall. And to Woodhall we go. So, yeah, that's one of the main quests done. Well, apparently 5 of them done. So, and I've been streaming for an hour and a half. So I'm going to call it there and pick up the story next time I play. I'm not going to do the endeavors on stream and stuff, or the dailies and stuff. That I'll do off stream. But for now, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching.